people that are charging for you to go on their show. And I think we've touched, I won't mention the guy because just for, we left the name of the podcast up, but there's one guy on the platform will reach out to you claiming he's got something like 6 million plus. And when you actually investigate it, he's got tiny. So his YouTube was something he was promoting before. And I see a lot of people like that. I've had pitches and people say we've got 15,000 downloads. Obviously, because I've got 6 shows and I'm like in the top 0.5% with 4 of them. I know exactly how to do this and how to check it. And when I start asking the right questions, they just disappear. So like there's 2 things. There's one, people charging, and the other thing is they're lying about the numbers. I mean, I get it. Some people have spent a lot of money building up their podcast and they go, all right, no, we know this is worth X, and they're charging. But there's so many layers out there, which is a shame.
It is. I mean, there are so many podcasts out there. When somebody wants, for my client says, no, he can be on the podcast now and I do some promotion, or in a year because I have a huge waiting list, and now they will cost $500. I say to my client, well, if you want to do it, fine, but I wouldn't suggest to do it because there are so many podcasts out there, I can put you on another one. And so it's sometimes people, when they ask $200, I can waive my fee and they go on that podcast, they have that experience, I don't care. But usually, you can go to for $3,500 on the podcast, like the one, what's
John Duma,
exactly.
$3,500.
Yeah. One interview. So the thing is, the podcast guesting, the statistics, the podcast hosting goes up in numbers. The market goes up every year, almost 30% accumulated growth until 2030. That means it will be 130 billion, the market. The podcast is like other media. They will make money with advertising, right? The podcast guests are their bread and butter. Without the great interviews, without the expertise of those, they won't have content. They won't get listeners. They won't get the listenership. Yeah, so it's a I'm not saying strictly that a podcast host cannot ask money for an expert. It all depends. If it's like, there are always exceptions, but that is usually the structure. But that is so important also to know that most of the podcasting world is a fantastic, beautiful world because of this technology that we can really, I can talk with somebody in America, I can talk with somebody all over the world, in England, next day in Australia, the next day. English podcasts, they are heard in Germany. You know it because your podcasts, they are in the top chart, like 0.5% global rank. So you know it when you look at the iTunes chart, you're always in the 100 and stuff like this. So they are, or you're number 1 in Germany. Things like this can happen because the people, if it's a good podcast, they don't care. They listen in English. So English is the business language, is the shortest expressions, and most people speak it.